from the sun. The air is thick with the scent of old incense and dry earth. I am a living ghost, carrying 1,000 names in my marrow. The inscriptions on the wall aren't just symbols, they are the blueprints of my rage. Every step is an earthquake in a world that forgot its foundation. They thought the fire went out when the cities fell. They thought the strength was buried under the silt of time. But the embers were just waiting for a pulse, a heartbeat, to call them home. This is the ancient echo, the roar of the ancestors rising through the throat. Not a whisper from the past, but a command for the now. I am the bridge between the ruins and the throne, forged in the dawn, standing in the twilight. Time is a circle, not a line. What was shall be again. I don't fight for tomorrow, I fight for the 10,000 years that came before me. Awaken! Through the fist, the stone remains. The echo lives on. The echo lives walking through a sea of gold that burns like liquid lead. The horizon is a liar dancing in the heat haze. Every footprint is a story, the wind is already erasing. I carry the weight of the dunes in my throat, a granular silence that tastes like copper and salt. The sky is a vast, unblinking eye watching me dissolve. I see cities made of smoke on the edge of the world. I see faces in the dust that haven't spoken in years. Is it a vision, or just the mind's final rebellion? The Sirocco is whispering names I used to love. This is the desert wanderer, a king of the dust, a saint of the drought, moving through the emptiness until the emptiness becomes me. No maps, no stars, just a relentless rhythm of the stride. Heartbeat, sand, repeat. They told me the desert would break me. They didn't know I am made of the same grit. You can't bury what is already part of the earth. March. The shadows are my only shelter, and even they are shrinking. I've traded my name for a direction. I've traded my past for a grain of sand. I simply outran it. Down here, the pressure is the only thing holding me together. Descending into the midnight zone, where the sun is a fairy tale. The weight of 1,000 miles of salt water resting on my shoulders. I'm a shipwreck of a man, settling into the silt of the floor. My lungs are full of the blue silence, a heavy liquid peace that doesn't need to breathe. The currents are the only hands that touch me now. The hull of my heart is creaking under the hydrostatic load. They told me I'd drown in the sorrow. They didn't know I'm becoming part of the tide. The deeper I go, the clearer the ghost lights become. This is the deep ocean, drowning in the magnitude of the quiet. A slow motion, drift into the absolute dark. I am the anchor in the sea, content to stay where the world can't find me. Where the world can't find me. You fear the bottom, I fear the surface. Up there, the air is too thin for a soul like mine. Down here, I am finally weightless. Made of my own scars. The pressure has turned the coal into a diamond. No more storms, no more waves, just the infinite cold blue. The surface is a memory. The ocean is the truth. Deep, deeper, deeper. The cherry blossom doesn't fear the fall. It only fears a wind without purpose. My shadow is the only student left. Through a garden of grey stones and red leaves, the scent of old cedar and cold rain on the tatami. I am the final chapter in a book that's being burned. The armor is heavy, but the memories are heavier. I don't look for an enemy, I look for a mirror in the steel. The moonlight is the only witness to a tradition turning to dust. They traded the soul for the machine, they traded the silence for the noise. I am a ghost in a world of gears, a vertical line in a horizontal age. This is the last samurai, the sunset of 1,000 years, severing the ties to a life that no longer exists. I am not the end of the road, I am the edge of the blade. Honor is a cold bed, but I will sleep in there. A warrior's life is a poem. The last line must be the sharpest. Do not mourn the tree. Celebrate the fruit that refused to rot. The steel knows no politics, the blood knows no lies. I am the bridge between the ancestors and the void. Graveyards of dead suns and shattered moons. The silence is a physical thing, heavy, cold, and absolute. I am a speck of dust dreaming of the infinite. My skin is made of old stardust. My veins are filled with the dark matter of 1,000 never-words. The galaxy is a slow-motion explosion, and I am right in the center of the blast. The horizon is bending, the light is starting to curve. Time is losing its grip on the second hand. I'm not falling into the black, I'm finally matching its frequency.
This is the Astral Void, the ultimate mix. Nothing and everything, sailing through the nebula of my own design. I am the traveler and the destination.
Timeless, formless, free. They told me the universe was cold. They didn't tell me it was home. To be nothing. Void. The air is so thin, it cuts. They say time heals, but in here, time just stops. Everything is perfectly preserved in the frost. I can't let go. Faces trapped in the permafrost, smiling behind a wall of ice. The ground is a mirror of white marble and shattered glass. I'm breathing in the winter until my lungs turn to porcelain. No more pulse, just a steady rhythm of the blizzard, burying the tracks of the man I used to be. To light a fire, but the wood was made of stone. The warmth is a foreign language I've forgotten how to speak. The numbness isn't a lack of feeling, it's the weight of 1,000 winters settled in the bone. This is the frozen memories. A heartbeat trapped in a diamond of ice, beautifully still, terrifyingly quiet. I am the keeper of the white noise, standing at the edge of a world that's finally gone cold. If I move, will I shatter? Or am I already just a collection of pieces, waiting for the spring that never comes? Stay still. Untouchable. Don't wait for me to fall. I found my peace in the permafrost, in the frost. In the frost. In the frost. The sun is a light told to the weak. True vision begins when the stars bleed. Welcome to the hour of the unmaking. Circle of salt on the damn stone floor. 12 candles flickering against the wind that shouldn't exist. I'm shedding the skin of the man who walked in the light. The shadows aren't hiding me, they are welcoming me home. I can smell the ancient ozone in the air, the scent of a contract signed in the ink of the void. My voice is a key turning in the lock that's been rusted for centuries. An incantation of scars, a prayer of ash. I'm not asking for permission anymore. I'm demanding the power that was stolen from the first of my kind. This is the midnight ritual, breaking the bread of the abyss, a communion of fury and silence. I am the flame that burns without wood. I am the priest and the sacrifice, all in one. They told you to fear the dark. They didn't tell you that the dark is just a mirror. Look into it. What do you see? The truth. The blood in my veins feels like molten obsidian. Every breath is a verse in a forbidden scripture. I've traded the comfort of the crowd for the wisdom of the grave. The ritual isn't over, it's just getting started. The moon is my witness that the ritual is complete. The ritual is me. Even the saints have a past. Walking through the ribs of a giant made of granite and grace. The moonlight is filtered through 1,000 broken apostles in the glass. I'm a pilgrim of the void, kneeling on the cold marble floor. The scent of old wax and frankincense is the only thing I breathe. Every shadow is a confession that never reached the sky. The gargoyles are watching me, waiting for my knees to buckle. They told me to look up for the light, but the truth is buried in the crypts beneath my feet. A heavy salvation, a beautiful burden. The architecture of my guilt is reaching for the heavens. This is the Gothic Cathedral, a sanctuary for the things we can't forgive. Praying to a God who speaks in the language of thunder. I am the candle and the dark that surrounds it, holy and broken all at once. words like circuitry, silicon, bandwidth, and static, instead of simply saying robot or computer. This is the cybernetic sorrow, high definition loneliness in a low resolution life, drowning in the bandwidth of 1,000 likes and 0 loves. I am a ghost in the motherboard, singing through a city that's already powered down.
Do you think they can hear me through the firewall? Or am I just background noise in the cloud? I wanna feel the rust. I wanna feel the wear. Anything to know I'm still here.
Signal lost.
I'll burn all my secrets before I let them erase the hurt. But the pain is the only part of me they couldn't automate. I'm rewriting the code, I'm bypassing the safety. A beautiful malfunction in a perfect machine.
Offline, but still alive.